Yo, what is up, all of you? Are y'all doing good? Well, I hope all of you are doing good. It's me back up in this bitch ass motherfucker again. And basically, it is Tuesday night, June 30th, 2015. And basically, the time right now, it is currently 7:30 p.m. right now. And basically, this is going to be a rant on another thing that really does annoy me. And basically, that is low battery. You know, low battery. Don't all of you just hate having low batteries on whatever the fuck, device that you're using? It's pretty goddamn annoying. Am I right on that? Like, I can't fucking stand low battery myself. Like, you want to use, any device you have, and you don't want the device, plugged into the charger while you're using it. Or you can't use it while it's in the charger. Like, for example, you want to use your phone, like, to watch videos on YouTube or chat with your friends on Facebook or your family members or even on the text message app. Or listen to music. Or you have to, use your phone for something. You have to make an important call, like to pay your bills. Or call 911, like if one of your family members is having a heart attack, or even one of your friends. It could be at your house or at their house. And pretty much before you do call either one, you do check the battery life on your phone, and it might be very low. It might be at 3 or 2%. So you gotta hurry up. And so you try to say everything that you need to say without the phone dying. And you're really hoping that it doesn't die. So pretty much you call that person who you need to call. And you either might say you'll call him or her back to pay your bills later on. Like maybe after you charge your phone. Or you don't have a choice and you have to call right away to get your family member or friend to the hospital before you lose him or her. And pretty much your worst fear comes true. Your fucking, phone turns off because, the battery died. Like, fucking seriously? Don't do that shit. Fucking come on. Let me talk to that person who I need to call. This shit is really fucking important. So I gotta do it. But no, the people who run the batteries on these phones don't give a fuck. And they're gonna let it die whenever they choose to. And sometimes, you don't got your charger with you. Like, it's worse if your family member is having a heart attack, or even your friend, and you have to call the ambulance right away. Sometimes they could survive while you go back to your house to put your phone in the charger if you know their address, so you can tell them to go there. Or sometimes they might die right away, all thanks to low fucking battery. or even if you're out, you have to wait until you get home to put your phone in the charger in order for it to turn on. And pretty much, you're like, the time when you were supposed to pay your bills, it had to be at a certain time and it might have already passed. So when you get home and put your phone in the charger and it comes on, and you swipe out of the page where it has the time and the date, and takes you to the home page, and you go to your phone and call, the person who you were paying your bills with, they might get pissed off once they knew that you weren't talking to him or her anymore. And they're going to think that you hung up on him or her on purpose when you didn't. And it wasn't even your fault. It was stupid ass low battery. Which once you call him or her and tell him or her the truth that your battery died, maybe him or her might understand and they will let it slide. But sometimes him or her could be a fucking douchebag. And might not believe you. And so they'll turn your electricity off anyway. Also, all thanks to low battery. Which, I never have any of that shit happen to me. Since, I mainly call, my family members. So it's not a big deal, since I can call them back anyway. And they'll be understanding about why I hung up. But, it mainly sucks for me if I want to make a video of something. Let's say something really, really cool is happening that just unexpectedly happens. I get excited and I just have to get it on camera to show everyone on YouTube. So pretty much, I take my phone and, I get out of the YouTube app where I was originally watching videos, and I swipe to the first page, and I click on the camera app at the top right corner of, the phone, and I put it to full screen. And obviously it's on video since I got done making a video earlier. So pretty much, before I did remember to check my battery by putting my eyes at the top right corner. And the battery might be low, it might be at 2%. So pretty much, I have no time to be fucking around. And I have to get the video done before it dies. So I try, and I really am hoping and praying that the battery doesn't die when I'm in the middle of doing this video where it could ruin it. And so pretty much, I click the red button that you're supposed to click in order to start recording. So pretty much I do that and I start recording, and then what I was afraid that would happen comes true. My fucking, phone turns off because obviously the damn battery died. And pretty much, there's not a single thing that you can do about it. You had to put it in the charger, and you couldn't record that really cool thing you just saw. You had to miss out on it. And pretty much that might have been the only time that something like that is so cool would happen. Which I'm not saying that it could happen again. Maybe, but probably not. And that was probably your only opportunity. but it had to get ruined, all thanks to low fucking battery. Yeah, that shit is so fucking annoying. And hell, there's even some times, where I want to use my phone, like to go on YouTube and watch videos, or, go on Facebook and chat with my friends. But, I want to do it all away from my charger, or either one. Like, I want to go out in the living room to use my phone for either one of those things. Or I want to go outside, which is behind me, and sit in my rocking chair and rock while I do either one. But, when my phone is at low battery, it prevents me from doing so. Because, I have to stay in here and put it in the charger because the charger is in here. And I don't feel like taking my charger all the way to the living room or outside. And pretty much I don't even want to use the internet in here on my phone because, there's a certain position in my bed I have to lay. And, I can't move over like I want to because being in the same position gets uncomfortable. Because if I do, I will unplug the charger from the outlet behind my nightstand. To where if it's at 1%, it could cause the battery to die. So pretty much I have no choice but to do so if I want to use it. And pretty much, I have to let my device, known as my phone, charge. And I have to use the internet in here in my room sometimes, even though I love using it somewhere else. And hell, even, sometimes I want to listen to a song on the Apple Music app on my phone. And pretty much I don't want the charger plugged in to the headphones. Like, these headphones I have, these are like Beats by Dr. Dre, and they take an iPhone charger to charge them. So pretty much, when I'm in the middle of listening to a song like, don't ever say you can't do it. It's not that hard. You want to be a lawyer. You want to be a star. You can do anything you want to do. Forget what they say as long as you believe in you. Keep chasing your dreams wherever they take you. You gotta hustle. We shouldn't have to make you get your money on. Like I always said, it's playing like an old song in your head. You say it ain't cool in the hood. I know some folks in the ghetto living good. Now tell me how you get there and tell the next man too. You ain't gotta give him yours cause he has less than you. Give him game and that's all he needs. The knowledge to plant that seed and make it grow. Get the dough. Even though I made money, I'm trying to get some more. You gotta be the best at what you do. And even though you ain't, that's just how you need to think. Don't tell me no. I already made up my mind. It's going down my way this time. And then all of a sudden, it makes that sound and pauses my song to notify me that low battery, please charge now. Which, I'm grateful for that. So if I'm taking a break from going to places and I'm sitting out in the vehicle, I can charge them. So pretty much they could be fully charged by then. So they could pretty much last the whole day. But, at the same time, I fucking hate that shit. Because, I don't even want the charger plugged into the headphones. It feels more comfortable listening to the song on Apple Music with no charger and the headphones. It makes them feel lighter, but when the charger is plugged into them, it makes them feel a lot heavier, where they feel like they're going to fall off of my head. And pretty much, if I don't want that, then I have no other choice but to, play the song off of my, phone disconnected from the charger. And it'll play out in the open. And I don't want to do that because obviously the people who are around me don't want to hear what I'm listening to, and so they're going to bitch about it. And even it's not that fun to listen to if it's not that loud. And pretty much, in order to prevent that, I have always remembered to charge both of my devices the whole night while I'm sleeping, which I have a total of 2 chargers, one for my phone and one for my headphones. So I don't have to keep taking turns to charge one of them, where one of them could have less battery life. Because obviously one of them could die, and I'll have to go without either one of them when I want to go with both of them. So pretty much they end up working and last the whole day, so I don't have to worry about that. Pretty much to prevent myself from having to hear stupid fucking babies or children crying out in public, like at Walmart, the mall, whichever public place I go to. Thank God for that. But yeah, low battery just fucking sucks. And I know this might be a very odd rant, but guess what? I really don't give a fuck. This shit really annoys me. And I just feel like speaking it out. But yeah, it's fucking annoying when the battery dies on your device and you have to charge it, which some things you can't even use when you're charging, like your phone. You can use that when it's charging. You just can't go in any room you want. You have to stay in the room where the charger is at. But yeah, what else am I going to mention about it? Oh yeah, whenever I look at the top right corner of the screen and my phone is at low battery, it's like at 2% remaining, I get so fucking pissed off. There's even times where I don't realize my phone is at low battery because, basically, I have my phone like this, watching the video in full screen on YouTube, and it blocks the battery. And pretty much, I just got done fully charging my phone not too long ago. And it was at 100% when I started, so I thought I wouldn't have to worry about that. But nope, I would be dead wrong. Since I wouldn't know it was at low battery due to me not paying attention and being more focused on watching video after video after video after video, that makes the battery drain faster. And pretty much whenever I get to a certain video, my phone just turns off out of nowhere unexpectedly because the battery dies. Like, son of a bitch, the fucking battery just died. Yeah, that shit actually happened to me before. Like, I remember I was in the middle of uploading a YouTube video, which was basically my gameplay to, this game right here. And pretty much, I was really tired and I was ready to go to bed. But obviously I couldn't because I had to make sure the video officially publishes to YouTube. Which I was getting close because, the video, it was like at, I believe, 80% uploaded. So I was getting happy that it was about to be uploaded so I could go to bed. And then all of the sudden, out of nowhere, my fucking computer just turned off. And I remember I got pissed off. And I was like, what the fuck? Why the hell did my laptop turn off? It didn't seem like there was anything wrong with it. And I didn't even do nothing to it to make it turn off. So I really don't fucking understand. And pretty much, I tried to figure out what was wrong with it. So I brought, my hand on the button, right in front of the screen to the left. And I tried pressing it. And basically, and obviously, it wasn't turning on. So I was like, oh, it can't turn on. Now, quit being stupid, me. I might know what the problem is. It's probably because the battery died. And pretty much I had to bend over to the right here and pick up, my charger to my laptop off the ground, and I had to go all the way to the back where the outlet and the laptop at the bottom was to plug the charger in. And so I plugged it in, and it took a minute for it to turn on. So I was just sitting here waiting, and then a minute later it loaded the Dell logo that was silver with a black background, because obviously I have a Dell, in case you don't know. And pretty much, once it loaded, it loaded all the pages that I have on my computer, like video files, photos, the internet, etc. And pretty much, I put my eyes on the battery at the bottom where the battery's at, obviously. And pretty much, it was at 1% remaining with the charging sign, meaning it was charging god damn it. It was at low fucking battery. And now thanks a fucking lot. Now I have to stay up longer and have to re-upload my video all over again. Because my damn laptop had to turn off for no fucking reason. Yeah, that shit is so fucking annoying. I wish these damn batteries could last longer. Some batteries don't even last long. Your phone battery. Basically, the way it dies quicker is if you watch YouTube videos. Sometimes you might not know the battery's dying fast because you're watching videos on YouTube, video after video after video after video, and you might have got done charging it not too long ago, thinking you wouldn't have to worry about it, but it would end up being a bad surprise where it would end up dying out of nowhere on you. Or maybe you do know that it'll die faster if you watch video after video after video, so you have to turn your phone in the vertical version in order to see the battery life, and you look up every time after you get done watching a video, and once you get to a certain one, you'll see that it's getting to the point where it's about to die, if it's at 2 or 3%. Obviously, you're going to get pissed off since your fun is about to be ruined, since you're about to not have your phone. And pretty much, it'll end up getting the 1% and then it'll die. But, if you're at home, it's not that big of a deal. You could just go to your room and put it in the charger, and it'll come on, and you can get back to doing what you were doing. But it's worse if you're out in a public place, because obviously you're not going to be able to use it until you get home, so you've got to find something else to do, or if it's something that your friend is doing that you're not interested in, you'll just have to deal with being bored. Yeah, these companies need to stop making us charge our devices all the fucking time. It gets so fucking annoying having to keep on charging our devices over and over and over and over again. Like, my device, when I first charge it, it feels like it takes forever to charge. And then, finally, after waiting so long and being patient, it's finally officially charged. And so I get happy to go ahead and use it for my entertainment. So pretty much I take my device out of the charger and I go ahead and use it. And pretty much it seems like it's an hour later. And, it's already at 3 or 2%. Or maybe 1%, or it's at 0%, meaning it's dead. Like, what the fuck? Why do we have to charge our devices all the time? And why can't these damn batteries last longer, for fuck's sakes? If I keep on charging my device over and over and over again, it could fuck up the battery, like it'll make it lose, battery life. Like when it gets to like 40%, even though it shouldn't be dying, it has more battery life to go. It'll end up dying at that percent even earlier and earlier and earlier because of the overcharging shit. And even sometimes when you have to keep on plugging it in, you might not pay attention to how you plug it in, and it might feel like you're plugging it in gently, and it could end up scratching the plug-in part of the charger with all those black marks to where it won't even charge your phone anymore. You either have to put it in a certain position, like it up against you, for it to charge, or it might stop charging completely. And you eventually have to buy a new fucking charger. Which it's pretty damn annoying. Like, really, what's even the fucking point of putting a price on the chargers, If one of our chargers break, we shouldn't have to pay for another one. So let us get the chargers for free instead. We need to save some money for more important things like clothes, food, shelter, etc. It's not going to be a big deal if, you make some things like that free. At least you'll still be getting paid for those things I just mentioned, so be grateful for that. Yeah, if you make them too fucking expensive, like $30, there's going to be some people out there who can't even afford that. So what if they can't? Well, then they have no choice but to let their device die forever. And they will have to start getting used to, not having their device. Fuck that shit. I mean, it's fine to make them cost a little bit of money. I say at least $5. So we can save some fucking money. And plus, I don't even want to buy more chargers. I want to buy a PlayStation 4, some new video games, some DVDs, Blu-rays, CDs, etc. But yeah, that shit definitely isn't fair to us. And I hate batteries that die so fucking quick. Like, really, make longer lasting batteries on these objects. And hell, I even remember there would be times where I would have to get like new batteries for my remote right here, because the original ones would end up dying. And sometimes when I would go to Walmart to get more batteries, you know, the kind I would normally get, like Energizer and also Duracell, they would be out of those. And so the only kind they would have would be those golden batteries that weren't even a brand. And plus, I didn't even know that they would die fast, since, you know, they didn't even tell me, probably because they were too lazy to check. And so I thought I wouldn't have to worry about that, when it would be a bad surprise, you know, the next day. So pretty much I would go ahead and get them, and when I would get home, I would, like, rip, you know, the back of the box with the pack full of batteries, obviously to where they were exposed, and I would take, like, 2 of them out, the amount that the remote normally takes, and I would take this part, like, off and read the directions, obviously to put the batteries in right so they work. And so I did that and put the thing back on, and it would work like for the first day after using them. But a day later, like when I would wake up in the morning and I would turn to the right where I would leave my remote laying while I was sleeping, and I would pick it up and turn on the TV, and it would work for it to turn on, but it would give me a warning, like this square on my TV that was silver, saying batteries are low, replace them now. And I remember I would be like, what the fuck? The other batteries I normally use, like Energizer and also Duracell, they normally don't die this quick. So I wonder, how the fuck do these batteries die this fucking fast? I just bought these batteries yesterday and put them in yesterday, and now out of nowhere they just died all of a sudden. What the fuck do these companies do wrong to these batteries to make them die this fast? Yeah, I can't fucking stand batteries that don't last that long. And hell, like the phone I just showed you earlier into the video, like when I was demoing the battery dying when I'm in the middle of filming something really cool happening. Like that phone, it was a piece of shit. Like the battery would never last that long. Like after taking it out of the charger, it would like die like a minute afterwards. And even when I would be uploading a video, my video would fail to upload, and so I would have to re-upload it all over again. And you know, it's like, fucking goddamn it, don't fucking do that. Stay at full battery, you motherfucker. Yeah, I got so fed up with that phone that I had to throw it away. Which I know that's a waste, and I could have gave it to someone else, but no one else would obviously take it, because they would barely have a phone at all, due to that phone having the worst battery life, because it would die right after you take it out of the charger. Yeah, and pretty much that's when I got this phone that I'm recording with now, which it's a much better phone. The battery lasts a lot longer. Like it takes forever, like for the battery on this phone to die. It goes down like 5%, you know, every single hour. And even if the battery does die, I won't have to worry about my uploading failing. Thank God for that. But yeah. Which, you know, speaking of that phone that I was just talking about, it was actually the iPhone 5S. Like, if you have one, obviously you have to try not to overcharge it. But, you know, you don't have a choice if you want to be able to use the phone, because the battery dies right when you take it out of the charger. So you have to keep it plugged in the whole time. Which obviously you can't do that either, which doesn't make any sense because of it dying after you take it out too. Basically where, like, you know, it's at 40% low battery, not low battery, but it still has plenty of battery life to go. But due to it having to be plugged in all the time, it'll die at that amount of battery. Like, fucking really. This is why someone should invent these devices with batteries that will last forever, where they will never go at low battery, so you never have to worry about having low battery and having to charge something ever again, because these batteries last forever. They're never going to die. That would totally be cool if something like that existed, but I doubt that will ever exist, sadly. But if someone did invent that, I would totally get that. But here's the thing, the problem is it would probably be expensive, so I would have to save up. Because the really cool things are always expensive and the shitty things are always fucking cheap. Which I don't get why it has to be like that. Things should be cheap, for fuck's sakes, and still work good. But yeah, this is basically my video. I know this is a bad video, I'm sorry. I tried to do this video as good as I can. But yeah, see you guys later. Goodbye. Fuck low battery! God!